of the Rwanda Society of Obstetrician and Gynecologists. And we are very happy to have you again here for those that were here yesterday. This is day 2 of our 11th annual scientific conference. We're going to try as much as we can to go through all the exciting sessions that are prepared for you today, but also try to squeeze them in the available time. So hang in there, be alert, and be following, and then we'll be able to move as fast as we can, but also be as efficient as we can. I'd like to recognize my master of ceremony, my co-host. She's Astrid, still moving around just to make sure that everything is fine. Thank you, Astrid. And so to kick off the day, I would like to, do I have a microphone? Protocol, the ushers, do we have like one microphone? I want to ask people, what did you, what was your takeaway from yesterday? What did you learn? Did you connect with someone? Please tell me about yesterday. What did you get from yesterday? Because if you, this is the part, if you don't say anything, I'm going to call your name. So if you're not a volunteer, we're going to, good, Emmanuel, thank you so much. Let's get Dr. Emmanuel.
Thank you, Dr. Magnifique. Yesterday, we got new insight about the management of breech deliveries.
That was amazing. Great. Emmanuel, could you choose someone else and ask them what they learned yesterday?
Okay. Dr. Emmanuel.
Okay. It's becoming an Emmanuel party. Okay, we get it.
I know you are my friend. Yesterday, it was a very nice day. No, not eating. We just have scientific presentations. We have interactive and well-organized presentation. So when you were here yesterday, you have a package of how you can at least organize a scientific conference.
Good.
That was what I got yesterday.
Great. Thank you. What stood out for some? Can you choose someone else?
Can it be a lady?
Yes. Okay.
Yesterday we ran a lot. We had very interesting presentations. At least the one that touched me most was the presentation on delayed cesarean sections. And I just asked myself what is being done to improve on that part.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's very, very, very important. We know that a delay can cost lives, so it's good to, that was a very good one. So thank you so much. You know, we've covered a lot of things that we've got. I would say yesterday what stood out for me was partnership. I've seen and I've interacted with so many people, and I've seen that this is not a job of one person or one institution. We need people, we need to come together to work and get somewhere. So, because we have a vision, we know where we're going. So, thank you so much for all those insights. So, without any further ado, I'm going to call upon our first session. So, we've got a session that we did not cover yesterday. We're going to start with that. We're going to take you in the world of artificial intelligence. How does AI, those fancy words that are sometimes scary, that people think that they are taking off their jobs, how can we integrate those in our day-to-day life as clinicians? So we will start with TTR. They're going to talk about ultrasound. After that, we'll talk with the Cairo Medical Rwanda will be the second, and we'll probably take questions after that. Thank you. IT team, please have their presentation.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Idris Zahidi. I'm from GE Healthcare. I'm a clinical and application leader for ultrasound for women health covering Africa and Middle East. And we are partnered in this Congress with our partner TTR. And it's a really pleasure for me today to present to you what we as a ultrasound company, we do to improve women health ultrasound and how we do that using AI. So, but before starting, when we talk about AI, we have to understand what is AI actually. AI is the ability to mimic the human intelligence. In practice, it's the fact of developing computer applications that can perform tasks like if it would have been done by a human intelligence. But inside artificial intelligence, there is different types. We have the computer vision, that is the ability to analyze the visual world and then identify and classify objects. The machine learning, where we'll use algorithm, will give data to this algorithm. They will analyze this data and learn from it. And finally, the deep learning, where we'll group together a network of algorithms and then we will analyze data and perform tasks like the human brain will do. But when we talk about ultrasound, what are the challenges that AI can solve or can help us with? We know that we have incomplete exams, heavy caseloads. We have expectation to detect fetal anomalies earlier. You have a lot of repetitive tasks when you are scanning in your daily practice. You have busy schedules and time constraint. And we're gonna see how Voluson AI technology is a part of the answer to these challenges that you are facing every day. But you know, AI didn't start, a few years ago within the Voluson family as we were integrating it in the daily practice for simple tasks like the biometries. With our sonobiometries, you just select your biometry and then all the biometries are done automatically. Either is the BPD, HC, femur lens, cerebellum, cisterna magna, all these biometries are done automatically by using AI. And same as the baby face detection, the fetal heart rate calculation, all these small tasks, we were using some algorithms based on AI to do that automatically. And then, as technology is really evolving very quickly, then we move to the second step, where we're using machine learning and deep learning on our ultrasound system. And I want to show you some examples in obstetrics and what we can do today on the system using AI. First of all, when it comes to the fetal brain, we know that fetal brain anomalies were one of the most common and that we need to detect. And we have a tool that we call SonoCNS, where you just need one thing. You need just to acquire a transthalamic plane for the ultrasound system. You have the transthalamic plane, you click on 3D, and then the system will acquire a volume for you. This volume will be analyzed by the system itself using AI and will extract all the required plane to do a fetal brain assessment, which means the mid-sagittal plane, the transventricular plane, and the transcerebral plane, as you can see on the image. And after that, it will automatically perform all the biometries needed for the fetal brain. Cerebellum, cisterna magna, posterior ventricle, and of course the BPD and the HC. So you see, just from one view, from the transthalamic view, you click on 3D and then AI will do the rest for you. So you save 82% of time when it comes to fetal brain assessment just by using AI. Of course, we are not doing diagnosis, we are not interpreting the images. We are just doing the biometries and extracting all the required views for your exam. Another example where we are using AI nowadays is for the fetal heart. Especially for the beginners or students, we have a very nice tool called Fetal HS for heart support, where it's an AI-guided protocol where the system will take you through different steps in order to do the assessment of the fetal heart. It means that it will take you from the fetal presentation to the fetal spine, to the fetal stomach, and then you will just have to acquire one cine loop from the stomach to the neck. And automatically, AI will extract the 4-chamber view, the 3-vessel view, the 3-vessel trachea view, and will calculate the cardiac axis for you, and will give you a complete report with all the needed images for the fetal heart assessment. And last but not least, for obstetrics, this is what we call the Sonolist tool on the Voluson system. So Sonolist actually is three clinical applications. The first one is called Sonolist IR. It means image recognition. So imagine that you are scanning, you freeze your image, and AI will recognize which view you are in, and if there is any biometry that should be performed, it will place the calipers for you. The second one is called Sonolist X. Sonolist X will compare the image that you are getting to the ISWOG recommendation. So it's like you will check the quality of the view that you are getting and comparing it to the ISWOG recommendation, and if you need to improve it or if it's a good image. And finally, Sonolist Live, and this is just, it's an amazing tool, because imagine that you are scanning, and without freezing, without pressing any store button, without pressing any calculation button, the system, the AI, will be doing that for you. It means that you are scanning, and the system will be capturing all the required views for the second trimester. We can recognize 28 views, and saving that, and doing the biometries if needed. So this will really increase the quality of care. You will make sure that you have complete exams, and you will also be able to boost your efficiency and save up to 40% of your routine second trimester exam. So let's see some video how it works. So this is the Sonolist IR. You see, we are scanning, you freeze, and on this image, AI has recognized the cerebellum, and it's doing the biometry of the cerebellum, and you can save then the image. When we take it to the next level and we add the Sonolist X, this is what you will see on your touch screen. For example, if you are getting a sagittal profile, then Sonolist X will analyze your image and compare it to the ISWOG recommendation, and will tell you, okay, on this image, you have a good mid-sagittal plane, we can see the nasal tip, we can see the fourth ventricle, you have a good magnification, you have a neutral position, we see the brainstem, and we see also the cisterna magna. You see, AI analyze in detail your 2D image and compare it to the recommendation of ISWOG, and is telling you, okay, this is what you got in this image, your image, and maybe this is what is missing in your image. So it's a way to improve the quality of scanning and make sure that we are getting excellent images. And finally, when you merge all of that, Sonolist IR, X, into Sonolist Live, this is what you get. You are scanning, there is no freezing, no storing, no calculation button pressing. You just scan, and the system in live, in real time, is capturing all the required images, saving them, and if needed, doing the biometries for that. And so for the second trimester, it can recognize 28 views, and when you have a color mapping where you are scanning. When it's gray, it means that this image is not acceptable. When it's yellow, it can be saved. It's not 100% matching all ISWOG recommendation, but this image it's okay. When it's green, it means that your image it's fully aligned with the ISWOG recommendation. And we also have this tool for the first trimester, and where we can recognize 24 views for the first trimester as well. Now moving to gynecology, because AI didn't stop at obstetric, but it's also integrated into GyneScan. So we're going to start by follicular monitoring. Now, we all know that, there is a lot of tools that we can use for follicular monitoring, and the one that we had onboarded since years on the Voluson is the Sono AVC follicle. So it's a 3D software that will automatically calculate the volume of follicle that you have in your ovaries, and the Sono AVC antral that will look for the antral follicle automatically in 3D. The challenge that we had with these tools is that it recognizing the grayscale, and sometimes it can confuse the cysts or vessels with the follicles. But now, by integrating AI, AI now is capable of analyzing the ovaries and removing all the false positives and removing the cysts or blood vessels and keeping only the follicles. And this resumes in 93% accuracy and more than 70% in terms of type saving when we compare it while using the Sono AVC, the normal one without AI. So you see AI, it's always boosting your productivity, and you will be more accurate and more, you will be more productive when coupling AI to the ultrasound. And you see when we compare it, we can get 2 seconds, less than 2 seconds per follicle, while we used to have almost 10 seconds per follicle when you use the normal Sono AVC follicle. Also in gynae, we all know that fibroids are a common condition and frequently cause symptoms that requires intervention. And the differentiation between subtypes in 2D can sometimes be very challenging. That's why the grading of fibroids provides standardization, defines management strategy, and this also can include the surgical intervention. And